Hello y'all, I'm Ada. With any successful franchise, there's bound to be a few spin-off games that capitalize off the success of the main series that people have come to know and adore. And when it comes to a franchise like Mario, you can bet your ass that there's a bunch of spin-offs starring that famous Italian plumber. Sport titles, party games, the kart racers, even the occasional RPG like Mario and Luigi or the Paper Mario games. All at the very least have some charm to them, whatever that may be. However, there was one Mario spin-off from the mid-2000s that no one really talks about. I wouldn't even be surprised if barely anyone knew about it. The game I'm talking about? DDR Mario Mix.
Let's dance!
DDR Mario Mix, or Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, was a DDR game for the Gamecube that was released in 2005, produced by both Nintendo and Konami. Upon first purchase of the game, you'd also get one of those plastic at-home DDR mats that always deteriorated the more you used them, and they're so freaking hard to manage when you don't want them on your floor anymore, and it all came in this neat little box. And if you have a second mat, somehow, you can even have a two-player versus mode and dance battle as Mario versus Luigi. However, that sadly isn't the case when it comes to the story mode, which is one player only. Yes, you heard me right. This game has a story mode. And it's not even about Bowser kidnapping Peach for the bajillionth time. So here's how it all begins. You have these notes called the music keys, which hold all the power and balance to the Mushroom Kingdom. But one day the keys are unleashed by a dark figure who looks suspiciously like Waluigi, and are spread to the far reaches of the world. So it's up to Mario and Toad to find all the keys, return them to their home in the Truffle Towers, and set the world right again. And they do this through the power of dance. Real basic plot, right? Well, this is Mario we're talking about, so that means there's a lot of wacky twists and turns that divert our heroes from their path, including bosses and other tasks from shop owners to perform to get one step closer to retrieving those music keys. I would talk more about the plot, but it really all ends up tying in with the levels and music within the game itself. And as we all know, unless you're a visual novel, a game is only as good as its gameplay. The gameplay for DDR Mario Mix is about the same as every other DDR game out there. You hit the arrows on your pad or mat as they pop up in line with the arrows on your screen, get enough points and you win. The levels start out simple but get harder as you progress, basic difficulty stuff. So what's so special about Mario DDR? Well, first things first, Mario DDR has a thing called Mush Mode, which basically means level hazards. These can take the place of arrows normally and are usually different per level. These can appear as the occasional Goomba, Koopa Troopa, coins, spinies, the list goes on. Secondly, Minigames. Fun fact, this game was made with the Gamecube Mario Party engine, so interspersed throughout the story mode are these little mini-games to kind of break things up. Collecting coins, reach the top of the flagpole, whack-a-mole with Goombas. They're relatively short, granted, but I feel they definitely break the flow of this game a little bit. The only other purpose they really serve is to collect coins so you can purchase items later on in the game. Speaking of, let's talk about items. At certain points in this game, if you have enough coins, you can purchase items at Lakitu shops to help you along your journey. These can range from increasing or decreasing your dance meter at random, to allowing you to make a certain number of misses and keep a high rank, or they even lower the difficulty of your song. Some of them are even unlockable songs you get after completing the game. And yes, we have finally reached songs. Let's talk about the song list in this game. This is where most DDR games tend to either shine, or a scene is just okay. This game being Mario, the songs for the most part are remixed Mario tracks spanning almost all the games. For example, the first song you dance to is a remix of Mario 1's ground theme, and another one that you dance to later on is a Eurobeat rendition of Mario 3's athletic theme. There's even remixes of songs from games that aren't technically Mario, like Donkey Kong, songs from spin-offs like Mario Kart, and even an unlockable song from Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door of all games. And surprisingly, this still wasn't all the songs Mario DDR had you dance to. Alongside the remixed Mario tracks, there were also remixes of, get this, classical music. The only reason I can assume that this happened was because classical songs are, of course, public domain, so Nintendo and Konami wouldn't have to license these, but I'm really no expert in that field. But yes, this is actually in the game. You ever wanted to hear a hip-hop version of Pomp and Circumstance? Want to hear Carmen while a Koopa Troopa humps a carrot? There's even a remix of freaking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in this DDR game. What were they thinking? But with all that said, I still think they're worth listening to. Even the classical remixes aren't all that bad, and some of the scenarios they get paired up with makes them pretty funny. Moving on, let's talk about the boss battles in this game. Because there are boss battles. In this game, there's 5 total, each rewarding you with music key retrieval, and each have a somewhat unique theme to them. The first boss you fight in this game is Waluigi, surprisingly. Man, DDR before Smash? Was kind of rough. He's the one who released the music keys in the first place, and he's not letting go of his unless you can beat him in a dance battle. You battle to a remix of Wrecking Crew, which is really one of my favorite songs in the whole game, unironically. The hazard in this boss battle is potaboos. No arrows, just hit the potaboo to the beat of the song. Messing up means a giant bomb lowering onto your head and threatening to blow up, so don't mess up. Next up is a giant blooper, which you defeat to a jazzy rendition of Mario 1's underwater theme. I really love this one too. But there's really not much else to say about this battle, it's relatively basic. The hazards here are mini bloopers that you treat as arrows, and also big blooper tentacles, which you have to step on so that you don't lose rank. After that is Wario, who you battle on a Ferris wheel at his amusement park to a remix of Wario's Woods. I find it funny that Wario says his aim with his music key is to make a game called DDR Wario Mix. It's an exploration of greed, stench, and stubby legs to interpretive dance. Never change, Wario. The hazard here is the same as Waluigi's. Hit the potaboos in time and don't let the bob-omb fall. The only difference is that arrows are included here as well, so you've got more to look out for. And finally, you get the last music key from a freezy on the top of a mountain. The song choice this time is a remix of Fever from Dr. Mario. The hazard here is that you have to hit a fire flower in time to melt the freezy, or risk having him grow onto your screen and blocking the arrows from your view. Arrows being missed causes him to grow as well. So you finally get all the keys, go back to the truffle towers to place them back, and all is well again. Except Bowser now jumps in from literally nowhere, steals all the keys, and takes him to his fortress, so you have to go back to fight Bowser to get all the keys back again. So in Bowser's fortress, you fight for the keys to a pretty good remix of Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart Double Dash. Pretty cool. The hazard this time is you have to step on certain rocket parts along with arrows to build rockets to fly into Bowser and mess them up. Miss rocket bits or arrows, and you have less of a winning chance. So then you finally defeat Bowser, and he reveals his motivation for stealing the music keys. He can't dance. Ow! But then Toad's like, if you release the music keys, then harmony will be restored and we can all dance. And so Bowser does, and everyone dances, and Peach is probably off somewhere having tea or cake or whatever it is she does. And then you dance to just Mario 1. That's it, that's the end. So overall, DDR Mario Mix? It's definitely an interesting game. While it is, at its core, another at-home DDR game, it certainly wanted to go further and prove itself as enjoyable as it could be, which, in my opinion, is quite enjoyable. I'll always remember this game for the wacky songs, mush mode, and the visuals around the dances and songs, some more than others. But in any case, I'd recommend you check out this game yourself. There's some long plays of it out there, and the entire OST is up on YouTube as well. The dialogue is pretty funny at times, the bosses can be pretty fun, and while the minigames do slow the rest of the game down, I don't think it's by that much. The only other thing I can say is that this game absolutely must have predicted Mario Galaxy 2, because the house that Mario apparently stays in is shaped like his head. Imagine living in a house shaped like your head. And that about wraps it up for this video. Sorry it was kind of short, but thank you so much for watching. Leave some appreciation if you want, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!